your take on Herbert's mom's appointment as executive director of National Theatre?
Should we go for a commercial break? You see, sometimes people think I'm brutally honest.
Okay.
But are you?
I think
are you?
I am
Okay.
very brutally honest. I grew up at the National
Don't
Theatre.
brutalize us on the
So
show.
I grew up at the National Theatre. Most people who knew me would know that the National Theatre was a space where I grew up. From Fan World to Kida Fest to I've performed on all the stages, and when it comes to poetry, I was almost the guy who was always picked for best of Fan World to perform. So I've seen the growth from Auntie Koko Amatefio to Efo Kojoma Ogbe and all of them to Auntie Akosia Abdallah. Auntie Akoko. But I came to meet Auntie Koko.
Okay.
I met Efo Kojoma Ogbe. I met Auntie Akosia Abdallah. And now Dr. Akosia Abdallah, and I've seen the progression. And if I look at the appointments of all the people that have taken up that role, these are people that are deeply rooted and connected to the arts. You know, I know Mr. Henry Herbert's mom to be
a broadcaster.
But
that's part of art.
Yes, that's part of art. But if you look at what the National Theatre stands for and the things that happens in the National Theatre, I don't feel that we should experiment with. I don't know his background, and I'm not throwing judgment at him, at his appointment. I am not doing that. But I would have preferred that we had somebody more in that space, in that act, like the way Professor Kobi Mensah is being put at Ghana Tourism Development Company. Those who don't know, Prof. Kobi researches in the tourism space. Yeah. He teaches in the space. He's done a lot with Destination Legon on the University of Ghana campus. And so there's somebody who knows the space. So it's easy for him to fit in and also try it. And if you look at what Prof. Kobi is doing even so far, you can tell this is somebody who understands the space. Compared to the appointment at the National Theatre, I would slot in somebody like Adjetey Anang, though he may not be a party person.
Doesn't have to.
You know, I would put in somebody like Adjetey Anang, or I would put in somebody like Ekwe Kuma. You know, like people who know the space, understands the space, works with the space every time, and can interpret all the nuances that the space has to offer. You know, because this idea of civil servants are there and they'll walk you through it. Where the National Theatre is now, it has deteriorated. The level has dropped. You need somebody who is in the space, who understands the space, who can be able to bring it back to where we all know it to be, in the arts and all. What has happened to a Bibi Groma? What has happened to the dance company? You know, meanwhile, those days, we do productions and you have companies from Nigeria, all of them coming to Ghana to do plays with us. So when it comes to the National Theatre appointment, that is my opinion. However, Mr. Mam is there to prove us that though we may know him as a broadcaster, he has what it takes to be able to shape the National Theatre and make sure that he brings value to it. We are all looking up to what he will do. So in terms of being a playwright, I think that's what I think about his appointment, you know.